You hit and run me, and now you're going to have a lavish wedding? I already paid for my time. You didn't even go to prison. The law says I don't have to go if I have done everything correctly in the last 3 years. I didn't even cross a single red light. You don't know yet. You have 2 months left. I'm too busy getting ready for my wedding, and I don't have time to do anything terrible. I am still waiting to receive the invitations. Won't you invite me? Everyone knows I hit you and ran. What kind of atmosphere would you create if I invited you, the victim? I was thinking of doing a glamorous entertainment dance in my wheelchair. Are you kidding me? I don't want you in a wheelchair for my beautiful ceremony. Who do you think got me into this mess? If you had called an ambulance right after you hit me instead of running away, I might not be on my feet. I just freaked out. Everyone feels the same way if they hit someone. If I hadn't called 911 and told them it was your car, you would have gone. Since we're classmates, why didn't you just let me go? What? Then we could have stayed friends. I don't need friends like you. Well, I agree with you. I would have paid you more if you had settled out of court. I don't want your money. I want my leg back. I can't do that, but if I had the money, I could have decorated that wheelchair with glitter. Who said I wanted to do that? It's cute. Wheelchairs are so plain. Why don't you make it more sparkly? Are you really sorry? I am. I'm so sorry. Then why would you have a wedding in less than 3 years? There's no law against getting married during the grace period. I know something. You know what? You bumped into me on purpose. No, that can't be true. My friend told me. I heard that you told everyone that you failed to complete your task. That was about my garden. No, it wasn't. I heard you mention my name, and there was a recording of that conversation. Yes, but they sold it to me for 10 grand. I know. I asked for the audio data, but they told me they'd already erased it. I knew you did something with that data. My lawyer said that if the audio recordings came out in court, I'd be in prison for sure, so I asked my dad to pay for it. You're still taking advantage of your congressman dad, aren't you? You have to use what you can. I bet there will be some famous people at the wedding too. That's right. I heard your man is also prominent. His parents are CEOs and he's super handsome. I'll have to do whatever it takes to get there. Don't come, you'll ruin it. Let me do a speech. There are a lot of people who couldn't make it to the trial. I want to talk about the accident. Are you crazy? Please don't hold a grudge against me. Get on with your life. You have a point. That's true. But if you don't go to hell, my clock is still ticking. I'll ask Dad to increase the guards, so you never get in. I want to celebrate your wedding, okay? Stop it, I'm already scared. The hit and run was a long time ago, right? No, it was only 3 years ago. How long are you going to drag this out? You wanted my boyfriend, right? That's why you hit me with the car, right? No, I was not interested in your guy. I think you did. I heard you were very insistent. Are you guys still together? No, he's not my boyfriend anymore. He looked nice, but he dumped you in the wheelchair. You seem happy. Anyway, I paid alimony and I don't want you to interrupt my wedding. What alimony? That little money is already gone from buying the wheelchair and about 2 months of living expenses. It's all about the money, isn't it? I'm not saying that. I'm saying don't look like you're done with that little money. What are you saying? If you bother me anymore, I won't forgive you. You're going to hit me with the car again? Why don't you try it? What's wrong with you? Don't contact me again. I'll make it a fun ceremony. My name is Sandra. I'm 29 years old. Since that day, I have lost all mobility in my legs. Now I can't go anywhere without a wheelchair. The narrow paths I used to walk on, the fences I used to jump over to take shortcuts, I can't go through them now. My relationship with my classmate Rebecca is neither particularly good nor particularly bad. We just talked when we got together occasionally. However, one day at my party, my boyfriend came over to pick me. I remember how Rebecca's eyes changed the moment she saw him. Since then, I was sure she was in love. I was sure she was trying to get him, and I felt terrible. I was gradually distancing myself from her when the accident happened. Did she think that if I disappeared, she could go out with him? I don't intend to end this with a weak apology that she doesn't mean. I will make sure she takes full responsibility. You really did it. What do you want? Shut up and go back to sleep, you wounded man. I didn't say anything. How did you know I was injured? Something my friend said. I didn't tell my friends either. Only my father and mother knew about it. Oh yeah, I just happened to see you being carried away in an ambulance. Wow, it's not a coincidence that you ran into the scene of my accident twice. Are you going to blame me again? Because this time it's different. I was waiting for the light to turn at a crosswalk and someone pushed me. The driver slammed on the brake, but he couldn't stop in time. I'm at a hospital now. You're not so lucky, are you? The person who pushed me was a man. I know, I told you it wasn't me. You hired him. How much did you pay? If you go any further, I'll sue you. I'm trying to be nice to you because you're disabled. Don't get so greedy. Nice? Oh, I'm sorry. What part? You should not blame me for your carelessness. You don't want me to come to your wedding that badly? Of course not. My fiancé doesn't even know about the accident. Oh, really? Why are you still alive? You should have just disappeared. Is that what you really want? Because you're standing in the way of my happiness. What about me? I'm not happy. You ruined my life. There are people in wheelchairs who are happy too. You can't say that to me. Please just chill and let it go. Don't worry, I'm not stupid like someone else and I won't break the law. There won't be a third time. You just admitted you'd committed twice. Are you okay with that? If you have proof, show me. I don't. You don't have any proof. Which one of us is the stupid one? You're the only one who could do something like this. Did you go to the police? They were at the accident. Oh yeah. Don't worry, I didn't say anything. Of course not. I didn't do anything. If you give any stupid testimony, I'll tell my dad and he'll crush you. I know, I won't tell the police. Stay quiet and you'll be fine, okay? That's like saying I'll never be safe if I say something. I don't care how you take it, but my wedding is next week. You really shouldn't interrupt me. I'll be celebrating from afar. I'm glad you finally understand. Maybe I do. That's what I'm talking about. I told you not to come. I told you I'd celebrate from afar. I'm not going inside. I'll be in the parking lot. That's where everyone goes. There's a rumor going around that there's a woman in a wheelchair. I thought you said you were going to call 5 security guards. I don't see them. Maybe I should go inside. No, my dad didn't hire security guards. That's right. If he paid $20,000 for the guy who pushed my wheelchair, he must have no money. What are you talking about? I had my brake on, my wheelchair. Again, someone snuck up behind me, released the brake, and pushed me into the driveway with cars barreling by. So what? The guy ran away, and then he sat down in the back of the coffee shop. He had this look of excitement on his face. What are you saying? Did you follow him? About 5 minutes later, someone entered the cafe and sat beside the man, and handed him a thick envelope. What? I was so surprised. I had no idea it was you. Wait a minute. What do you mean? I was trying to get you to do this again before your wedding, because I know you'd do something. That's not fair. I had a detective follow me from that day on. If anyone attacked me, I wanted him to go after them. You went too far. Sure enough, you took action. You tried using the money to make me disappear without getting your hands dirty. You failed. I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. That man revealed everything. My detective negotiated with him. He showed the video of the moment and told your guy he would be let go if he spoke. What? He's the one who did it. Why would you let him get away with it? It's called abetting. The person who ordered the attack can be charged with a crime too. This is a Twitter DM. The exchange with the guy is on record. You can't get away with it. I was testing your luck. What? I was just testing your luck. That's a very poor excuse. Please, the ceremony starts in an hour. I can't get caught now. After the ceremony, then. I'll turn myself in. A hit-and-run driver would never turn herself in. I will. Do you think anyone would take a criminal for a wife? That's true. So the police shouldn't be involved. How could I pass up a chance like this? It was going to be 3 years in a little over a month. If you get caught now, you'll go to prison for sure. No, I can't. I can't do that. Now finally, I can have my wedding. Huh? 3 years ago, my boyfriend proposed to me and we got married, but we didn't have a wedding. I just couldn't get my feelings straight. What? You didn't break up with him? Didn't you say he wasn't your boyfriend anymore? He's not my boyfriend. He's my husband. I can't believe he didn't dump you. Don't underestimate my husband. You're happy and I'm in prison? No way! This is reality. So, are you wearing your dress yet? It's a custom-made, high-end dress. Why don't you just take it off? The police are on the way. Huh? I told you not to call them. If your dad knew how the money was being spent, he'd be an accomplice. Wait, please don't ruin my family. You made me like this. Have you thought about how my father and mother felt? I cried in a dark room for a long time because I didn't feel like I could get back on my feet. But my family and my husband took care of me. I'm sorry. I couldn't understand that you were dating a hot guy. You don't run over someone for that. And you take no responsibility for it and just go on with your wedding? Are you kidding me? I wanted to have a wedding. I wanted to be blessed. I wish I could have walked down the aisle with my own feet. But if I could have a ceremony with the man I love in a wheelchair, I'd be so happy too. My heart is beating so fast. I wonder if they have a special room for me in prison. Nope. Daddy, help me! Rebecca was sentenced to prison. 3 years in prison. Surprisingly short. Her dad was also found guilty of knowing everything his daughter did and was imprisoned for 2 years. The congressman resigned and his brilliant family came to an end. Her ex-fiancé demanded $100,000 for the cost of the wedding. Rebecca's family had very little savings. They sold their house to pay for it. I can imagine her despair when he sees that her family home is gone, after Rebecca gets out of prison. She must be having a hard time in prison. Every time I imagine it, my food tastes better. I had my ceremony in a wheelchair. My husband told me I was the most beautiful bride. I will be with him for the rest of my life.